Hey y'all, looks like we had a few technical difficulties today with the old YouTube, which is something that I don't enjoy. And as a result of that, our videos are all over the place, the data is all over the place, and I didn't have a complete video. So I thought I would make you a distillation of everything that we saw today, chatted about today, and our thoughts. Ready, set, go. Number one. HYSR was on the radar today. And people were saying, hey man, just pump it up, dude. Just pump it up. And I said, yeah, I want to pump it up, but I can't pump it up right now because I would like an opportunity for a stock to go on its own. And I got to thinking about how it is that people, when they buy things off Twitter, when they buy things off iHub, they aren't necessarily quite as bought in as when maybe they found it themselves. Excuse me. And we can see here with Hypersolar, there are no tweets, and there's one iHub post. And so I thought, as instead of pumping it up and tweeting ourselves out, maybe we would give people the opportunity to take ownership in their purchases of Hypersolar and feel as if maybe we could see something move without needing to be pumped. And maybe it's possible. We also talked about on how the 30-minute chart we saw a pennant. Now, a traditional pennant looks more like that. This is actually uh, an ascending triangle formation. It's still a bullish formation, and you can see on the ascending triangle support levels are rising within, which we're seeing here on Hypersolar. Bing, 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 bing. Will we see continuation? Well, based on this volume at the end of the day, I like it. I asked people, put your hands up if you were irritated that we couldn't just tweet it and pump it in various Discord rooms. And many people said, yes, I am. And I said, why don't we give people a chance to feel as if they found something on their own out there in stock world? And maybe, just maybe, they'll decide to hold it and invest in it based on this news, which is decent. They're building a hydrogen plant, and it'll definitely happen. But maybe they'll buy it and believe in it more than just people who bought it off Twitter. I brought up an example of an individual in another chat who got seriously aggravated with me on EOMN at 12 and whacked it for a loss today because he didn't trust the source of where the pick was coming from. So let's let people trust their own source. What do you say? EOMN, great move today. Special thanks to Matt Sedona Boy for noticing it early in the day and saying, you know what, 1.2 million share volume in the first 45 minutes of market. I think this has got momentum to spare, and boy, oh boy, did it ever. I made the mistake of whacking out a bit early, but I said I will not let one mistake bring me down, and bought back 13 and had a great end of the day. What we're going to be doing tomorrow is there's a name change happening overnight. And over the course of that name change, tomorrow, people will be getting their shares at different times. So we've all asked each other to let the group know when they've received their shares, because sometimes price per share can become unnaturally high while people wait to receive their shares. If only half the people can sell, maybe the price is inflated overly. So we're going to work with the team, find out when everyone gets their shares to decide what may be a good dip buy or not. Thoughts on EOMN? You got it. As far as a watch list went, we decided to do dollar volume watch list today. And I came up with ETAH, ETAL. ETA's chart is super duper decent. As a matter of fact, ETA, can I draw a picture, has been going up since July. And based on today's volume, it's showing no signs of stopping. But why, ETA? Why? Well, the reason is this. In mid-September, they said they expect to complete their stem cell facility, which will for sure happen, and commence operations by the end of the year, and declare a 2.5 for 1 stock dividend. If you recall on GNBT, we saw the discussion of a stock dividend back at $2, and it reached $20. Understandably, it was a much larger dividend. However, ETAH, ETAL, we are getting close to the end of the year, and maybe there's a reason for this sudden rush in volume today. Could it be that we've seen a dividend on the daily list? Not yet. Oh, look like tomorrow's the record date. So maybe it's too late. Maybe it's not. Let's keep an eye on the volume tomorrow and see if over the course of the day ETA brings on a lot more volume. They followed through on their forward split, on their dividend, 2.5 to 1. Maybe we'll see continuation. ETAL. In addition to that, we saw a trip. And I don't like trip. This trip has a lawsuit with a large oil company. And they're on the losing end of it. But much like BIOAQ and CMGO and QPRC and other loads of lawsuit horseshit, sometimes it doesn't matter. Here it is. And we could see that 14 minutes into close, this thing took a lot of volume when people saw that 8K. Booming hits. The OS is about 2 billion, but we saw that it had potential for more based on the chart. The lawsuit doesn't look good. If you look at the 8K, it's not a good scene. But sometimes lawsuit is all these people need. So I'll be watching it tomorrow to see if there's some continuation. Will I be buying it? No, no, no. Furthermore, we talked about things that we decided might be on their last legs. MCGI. If you recall yesterday's video, I don't like insider trading. DIGAF, we saw that it was getting whacked. by dilution that continued, and yes, indeed it was. However, we are potentially, no, yeah, no, we're potentially creating higher lows. If I could get DIGAF, I'm going to watch it a little longer, but if I could get it down here, I'll look at it. It's unfortunate that we were told to buy it up here, and thankfully we were smart enough to pull the pin, pink, and get on out. QPRC is another one. Yeah, they served Amazon today, but they also served us up a filing with tons and tons of debt. And we've also been served with the notification that they do not do PR, which we've been talking about for days now. And the market's finally had enough. DD plays will always be DD plays. They're good for a bit, but if we don't see follow through, bye-bye. We talked about a filing play with a CE, caveat emptor, which was a failure. We talked about a variety of other things, but really what it came down to was let's watch ETA tomorrow. Hypersolar, shh. Let's give them a chance to find something special and reap the rewards on our ascending triangle. But most of all, we saw people today unload bags. They unloaded this bag. They unloaded this bag. They unloaded this bag. QUIGAF. They unloaded this bag. A few of them were out of their minds and caught a bag. But maybe now we're starting to see the market free up from waiting for moon on a few things and hop into some other things. But you know what they won't be hearing about? HYSI Hypersolar. Let's see how it goes. Tomorrow we'll be watching for dollar volume. We will be ready for the new thing. The final thing I wanted to talk about, which was a real pleasure, was today in our chat we've had 1 week now of the commitment to all be together in the chat full time, and boy oh boy has it been great. We're working together to find great opportunities, really gelling as a team. All with the same process. And dare I say we're being successful. There's ups and downs. But my God, when I look back at everything that's went on in the market, it seems like we got the most, we captured most of it. So I am in a wonderful mood. I don't like when YouTube doesn't work for me. And it may be evidence that I don't work hard enough. But congratulations on a successful day. I'm sorry you didn't get a whole video. But who needs that much of this insanity, right? Let's focus on making the money. And I'll be up and at 'em tomorrow. And we'll get after it. So get ready to see those dollar volumes and that news. And let's dodge a few more bags. All right. Have a good night. Thank you.